Good morning, scholars. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to ELA. We have finished our story, but today we're going to reread a short portion of the story. By the end of today, you will turn in Thursday, October 1st, ELA. Happy October! So here is where we left our story. All of the friends were back together again. By the end of today, you will ask and answer questions that demonstrate understanding of a text, and you're going to refer explicitly to the text as a basis for your answers. We will read chapter 9 of the open road, and then you will have an Edulastic exit ticket to submit. So just to review, we went over quite a few story elements in this unit. We talked about characters in a story, and you remember that the characters of our story are Mole, Rat, Toad, Badger. They're our main characters. The setting of our story was the riverbank and the wildwood. And the plot. This is the story element we're going to focus on today. The plot is the events that happens in a story. So the beginning, middle, and end. What happens throughout the story. That's our plot. So right now, you're actually going to open up your exit ticket while you follow along with this video. The chapter is in your exit ticket, so I'm going to read the chapter to you here. If you think you want to read the chapter to yourself, that is fine. You can do that, but I'm going to read the chapter on the video for you. So go ahead and open up your Edulastic, Thursday, October 1st, ELA. Pause on this point if you need to get that open. It should be right on your stream or under classwork, week 4, October 1st. And then you're going to want to split your screen. So put the Edulastic on one side, and then you want this video, not the Google Meet, on the other. Once you're ready, you should see this. So this little slider right here in the middle, and I'll highlight it. This allows you to see either entirely the passage or entirely the question. You won't be able to answer the question until after reading the passage. So let's go ahead and just drag it to the right side. You can just hit the right arrow and then expand the passage. Then you should see it on one side and me on the other. And with that, let's get started. So I'm reading the exact same story that's in your Edulastic. If you want to read it on your own, again, you can, or you can just listen to the story. The open road. Toad was so excited that Rat and Mole had come for a visit. Now then, Toad said, you fellows must help me. It's most important. You want us to help you with your boating? Asked Rat. Oh, pooh, boating, said Toad in great disgust. A silly, boyish amusement I gave up long ago. A waste of time, that's what it is. It makes me very sorry to see you fellows, who ought to know better, spending all your time thinking about boating. No, I've discovered the real thing, the best occupation for a lifetime. I plan to spend the rest of my life on it, and can only wish I hadn't spent so many years boating. Come with me, dear Ratty, and your dear friend also. Come with me, just as far as the stable yard, and you shall see what you shall see. So you're going to scroll past this picture to the next one. Toad led the way to the stable yard. Rat followed with a most unhappy look on his face. There, for all to see, was a travel wagon. Shining with newness, it was painted yellow and green. There you are, cried Toad. There's real life for you in that travel wagon. The open road, the dusty highway, camps, villages, towns, cities. Here, Toady, up and off to somewhere else tomorrow. Travel, new places to see, fun. The whole world before you. A horizon that's always changing. Mind you, this is the very finest wagon of its sort that was ever made. Come and look at the inside. Planned all of it myself, I did. Mole followed Toad eagerly up the steps into the wagon. Rat did not move. He only snorted and put his hands deep into his pockets. The wagon had little sleeping bunks and a table that folded up against the wall. It had a cooking stove, lockers, and bookshelves. It had a bird cage with a bird in it. It had pots and pans, jugs and kettles of every size. All complete, said Toad happily. You'll find that nothing whatsoever has been forgotten. when we make our start this afternoon." "I beg your pardon," said Rat, "but did I hear you say something about we and starting and this afternoon?" "Yes, yes," begged Toad. "You've got to come. I can't possibly go without you. So please don't argue. It's the one thing I can't stand. You surely don't mean to stick to your dull old river all your life and just live in a hole in a bank and go boating. I want to show you the world." "I don't care," said Rat doggedly. "I'm not coming, and that's that. And I am going to stick to my old river and live in a hole and go boating, as I've always done. What's more, Mole's going to stick with me and do as I do. Aren't you, Mole?" "Of course I am," said Mole loyally. "I'll always stick with you, Rat. What you say has got to be. All the same, it sounds as if it might have been, well, rather fun, you know," he added wistfully. Poor Mole. The life adventurous was a new thing to him, and so thrilling. It was all so tempting. He had fallen in love at first sight with the yellow-colored wagon. Rat saw what was passing in Mole's mind and began to change his mind. He hated disappointing people, and he very much liked Mole. Toad was watching both of them closely. "Come in and have some lunch," he said. "We'll talk it over. We don't need to decide anything in a hurry. Of course, I don't really care. I only want you fellows to have fun. Live for others. That's my motto in life." All right, so that is the end of that chapter. What you are going to do is you are going to sort these events onto our plot diagram on the right side by category. So beginning, middle, and end. If the event happened at the very beginning of the chapter, put it in the first box. If it happened in the middle, right here. And if it happened at the very end, you're going to put it in the bottom box. Do your best. This may be kind of new for us, but I think you can do it. So go ahead and get started on this. If you need to, you can make this the full screen so you can see all the options, and then you can also drag that arrow back all the way over so you can see the question full screen. Or if you want it right in the middle, you can do that as well, so you can scroll through the passage and find the events in the story. There are 6 in total. If you still need to open that up, it is under classwork, week 4, Monday the 28th through October the 2nd, and it'll be on your Thursday, October 1st post. When you're done, don't forget to submit it on Edulastic and then come back to Google Classroom and turn it in. And that's it. That's all for today. So you are just reading that chapter or listening to me read it and then finishing the plot diagram and submitting and turning in on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great rest of your Thursday.